Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm hoping you guys are all having a fantastic day. So today's upload is, as you could tell by the title of the video, not a winter storm update or a weather pattern update. It's about the potential for or why this past October, which was pretty chilly, you can see the map in front of you. This is from October 1st through the 26th. Why this October may mean a pretty chilly November and or the winter to come. So it's very interesting stuff that I found today. I was just doing some analog research, and this is what I found out. So obviously, like I told you earlier on in the summer, whenever I do these kind of research things, I always share these things with you. So thank you so much for clicking on this video. It really means a lot, and I really appreciate it when you guys click on this. And just consider subscribing, consider liking this video, and leaving a nice comment. I read all comments. May not answer all, but I definitely read them all. So thank you so much for doing that. So looking right now, this is basically, as I mentioned, from October 1st to the 26th of 2019. And these are surface air temperatures in, I think, in Celsius, the anomalies. And this basically tells us where it is above and below average for a given time. And this is obviously for this October. Again, it's not the full month, so that may be where the flaw is. As you know, the other months that I'll be showing you are from the 1st through the 31st. But let me tell you that the rest of the month, the forecast is for the cold air to kind of spread to these. So if I were to, predict what this graph would look like at the end of the year, or at the end of this month, let's say November 1st rolls around and we have this fully every single day, I'd probably say that this blue extends to these locations. I don't think the East will really be seeing blue. They will end on a warmer note, but a lot of the Midwest will be in the blue colors. So that is that is important to note. And that's, again, I think that it will be on a chillier side for those locations. But this is what it looks like. And now basically what I did, I compared it to, well, this is kind of not in a neat arranged order, but basically I found a bunch of previous, where is it? Sorry about this. Previous years that had very chilly Octobers, and I don't know if I have a picture of overall all the Octobers combined for October in particular. I don't think I do, apparently, so that's, sorry about that. But basically I found a bunch of Octobers combined, and they were pretty chilly. They equaled out to very chilly conditions across the West, and they were very similar to what I showed you there earlier, right here, right there. And it was a bunch of years that were very similar, and what I decided to do was, well, if they were similar to this year, why don't we see what those years ended up in terms of November, what November showed, what the pattern was after the cold October. And after a cold October, this is what we got. We got a pretty actually chilly November. You could see this was in November of 2018, 2013, and all those years had similar Octobers to this year. And notice how, yes, last year is on here because the last year October was pretty similar. And if you recall, last year's winter was pretty chilly. So this is definitely, notice how there's a pretty big spot of chilly air across the southeast and across southern Canada. And generally the eastern U.S. is pretty chilly, while the west is above average, quite a bit actually above average. Pretty significant right there by California, which would not be good news, for the fires and all the dry weather they've been seeing and all the windy conditions they've been seeing. But, again, this is not like a full forecast. This is just kind of like research I've been doing, and I just found out. So you could see that based on what we saw with October, we're looking for a chilly November historically. Now, what did December of all those years turn out to look like? I just did this just for the fun of it. This is far-fetched, but who cares? We might as well just show you this. And notice how all the same years, December 2018, 13, 2012, you could see it actually turned out warmer. And many of you may be like, oh, so you're now going to disagree with that because you're probably going to say a cold December. Well, actually, no. This year, I think that you remember December of last year, if anyone does, it was very warm across a good portion of the country. There was not a lot of snow. I know that here in Chicago, we got 0.3 of an inch of snow, which is not the record low, I think. in terms of snowfall, but it's it's basically nothing. Maybe a little bit of flurries or a snow shower passed through and it could have dropped that amount, but it was barely anything. And I think that this year we may be looking at a warm December as well. So in terms of white Christmas chances, I that's like the one thing where people want to see snow in December, because once we get into January and February, people start getting sick of that snow. Well, it seems like January and February and March will be the months with a lot of snow, and it seems like December won't really be seeing that much snow, and that's like the very early predictions, but that's what it seems like, to be kind of a repeat of last year. And this is what January looked like of all those years. Notice how it's a year up because the new year happened, and through that December through January transition, and it's chillier across the country, and I think it'll be chillier this year as well, maybe even chillier than what is being shown on this map. And I also took a picture of what February looked like, and you could see that it was even chillier according to this. So potentially, what I think right now, what this October tells us, because I don't really know what this video will be titled, but what this October tells us about the upcoming winter is basically that November looks rather chilly, especially across the east. December looks warm all throughout, really much of the country, unless something changes really drastically. But at this point, it seems pretty warm. The indications are pointing towards a warm December, but that could definitely still change, not set in stone. January looks downright chilly, downright cold, or below average for a good portion of the north and the east, extending into the southern U.S. So does February, and March does as well. But the only month that I'm willing to say right now is going to be above average quite a bit is December, I think. But the rest of the, sorry about that. The rest of the winter months seem rather chilly, and this winter will be, known for being chilly overall. So now I want to show you kind of also well, first of all, I just want to show you the radar that's going on right now. Notice how there's actually snow breaking out across the Midwest right now. And this is leading to quite a bit of mess across the Iowa, Wisconsin, Missouri area, and Illinois area. The reason I'm showing this is because, I think that this is interesting, as this is one of the first earlier snows of the year across these parts of the countries. And if you live in any of these parts, I'm recording the video while it's snowing in your location, and this video will be released in the next day. So this is 11:26 p.m. I'm recording it, and I will be releasing it probably around 11 in the morning next day. So it will be already over with. But you can see it's filling in nicely. Quite a bit of snow is occurring, and some of these snowfall rates are actually pretty heavy. So I just wanted to point that out quickly. Show you some of these snowfall rates, but that's in my opinion pretty interesting. So I wanted to show you one thing. Let's go to the 3 to 40 week outlook. This basically shows us what the temperatures will be in this case from the 9th through the 22nd of November, and you can see they're showing below average for a good portion of the Midwest. And again, usually these are conservative with the Climate Prediction Center. They usually show more warmth than cold, but again, it may not be even accurate in the first place with what they're showing, but if it is, it's usually conservative. And I think that this is accurate, but I think the cold may be a little bit more extensive if the way things are looking right now. But this is kind of just a little more evidence from, I guess, NOAA, which is more respected Climate Prediction Center, which people refer to, and you can see they kind of agree with that same thing. Do they agree because of what October was like? No, mainly because of what's to come, like the MJO, the NAO, PDO, all those indices. And I could make a video all about that, but for now I'm just making a video purely off historical data. What that means. So this isn't a kind of, this is going to be one of the pieces that may go into my November forecast, which I'll be releasing probably like tomorrow, or not tomorrow, well, as of recording this video, maybe tomorrow, yeah. So maybe Wednesday of the 30th, the day before Halloween, I could release my November forecast. That would be great. So that's basically it, guys. I wrapped up everything. Again, I mentioned this would be a shorter video, or at least I think I did. If I didn't, well, it's gonna be a shorter video, basically right around 10 minutes. So thank you guys so much for watching. Consider liking this video. Consider subscribing to this channel. It really means a lot to me. And again, I'll be making more of these videos if you guys like them. Kind of like these historical research videos, if you will. And of course, obviously, about the snowstorms and winter storms and patterned updates. So thank you guys so much. If you're still watching at this, this far out, thank you so much. And it really means a lot, and I really appreciate you. So thank you so much for watching till this point. See ya. Bye.